Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Roughing the Competition. My name's Brant, and this is Trevor. And today we're going to be looking at NFL Week 8 matchups, and I think we're just going to do this in two parts here.
Yep.
And so, Trevor,
What?
how'd you do last week, buddy?
You know what? I hate you. How'd you do?
I went 12-2. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about this. All right, so with that said, we're here in Week 8.
Don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, we're done talking about it. All right, we're in Week 8. We're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling here pretty quick because the part one, as you know, is always filled with a lot of matchups. So right away, we're going to look at the Thursday night game, which we got the Dolphins playing the Texans. The Dolphins are coming off here on a bit of a losing streak, losing their past couple. Texans, meanwhile, riding hot, 4-0. Who do you see winning this one, Brant?
I don't think there's going to be much of an issue here for the Texans.
Yeah?
I think the Texans just, like I said, they're riding hot, and the Dolphins are riding not.
Yeah.
They started out 3-0, and they're 1-3 in the past 4 games. So I just don't see anything changing there. They've proven that they can't beat Detroit last week as well. And Houston with Watson and Hopkins, I don't think they stand a chance.
Yeah, I'm not going to differ too much on them. I'm going to go Texans too. But I will say this. Miami fans, please root for Brock Osweiler to start. And I'm not saying that because we beat him last week. I'm saying that because if you want to win another game this season, he's your only hope.
It's true.
Yeah. All right, so with Thursday done, let's turn it over to Sunday. We're going to look right at a big matchup here. Eagles and Jags. We got two teams here that have both been kind of reeling, and now they got to fly clear across the pond to London to play a 9:30 in the morning game.
Are they going to have some tea and crumpets?
No, but if you're the Jags, you might want to shop for a quarterback over there.
Oh.
Which, with that said, Brant, who you got winning this one, Eagles or Jags?
I agree with you. I think they shot for a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Eagles here. They got to win again eventually, right? They have so much talent on that offense.
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles losing that 17-point lead in the fourth quarter against the Panthers last week. I just believe that the Eagles have to win again. And they're too talented not to win, and especially against the Jaguars offense that frankly can't go get over 10 points.
Glad you said that because I'm going to go and take the Eagles as well. And let me just say this. Eric Flowers was terrible in New York. He was so terrible, they kept him for 2 years and said, don't worry, we know he's terrible, we'll figure it out. Then they demoted him to the right tackle, and then they demoted him completely off the team, pretty much. And Jacksonville said, you know what, let's not only bring this guy in, but we're going to try him at left tackle, the blind side of Blake Bortles. On top of that, Bortles was so bad, he got choke-chained early, and we saw Kessler come in. Guess what? Kessler's going to come in quick again. Eagles are going to win this big. Jacksonville, I'm sorry, but if you don't find something soon, your season's in the toilet. Yep, you hear that flush. All right, so let's go to an interesting matchup. Jets and Bears. Jets and Bears. I mean, Bears, oh, God. I want to say thank you to everyone in New England. I was rooting for you big time last week, and you made it dramatic, but you held them up at the 1.
The 1-yard line.
Yeah. So with that said, Brant, do you got the Jets or the Bears?
I got the Bears winning this one. I mean, let's be honest. Came within a 1 yard of beating or getting to overtime against the Patriots.
Yeah.
And the Jets aren't that good.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with you as well. I think we're both in agreement here on one guy to watch. You love him to death, Kevin White. You've been waiting for that breakout. Missed a touchdown catch late in that game. Wasn't his fault. It was pass interference on defense. Redeemed himself in the biggest way possible, catching that 66-yard bomb from Trubisky that landed right on the 1. Thank you, Harmon, again, for standing him up at the 1. Lions fans everywhere love you. Yeah,
Bears need a win here. That NFC North is just tight as can be right now.
Yeah, and I think the Jets I don't think Darnold's ready for a defense that good.
No.
All right, let's go to the next one. Another interesting matchup. Bucs and Bengals, once again, just like the Eagles, Jags, and the Dolphins that we mentioned earlier. Two teams that are reeling here. Bengals have had 2 tough games, Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Bucs have had a rough time lately as well. I mean, do they stay in the race here with Atlanta, or but Carolina, or do they fall back to where Atlanta is? And do the Bengals stay with Pittsburgh and Baltimore, or do they trip up even further?
I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game. Jameis Winston's actually looking like a legitimate quarterback.
I'd agree with that.
And that's surprising to me because I didn't think it was going to be that great coming in.
Yeah.
But he has great receivers and a pretty decent defense there. I think the Bengals are still I think they're reeling a little bit. Everyone's found their kind of
weakness,
which is their secondary.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna go opposite here because my head says the Bucs. I mean, they played great every game, but my heart says the Bengals. And all you Cincinnati fans, I've rooted for you the past 2 weeks. Picked you over Pittsburgh. I picked you over Kansas City. You lost both. Don't beat me. It's not my fault. I'm just picking them. I'm gonna pick you again here versus the Bucs, but I swear if you lose, I'm done picking you. I won't pick you again the rest of the season if you lose.
You probably will.
Yeah, I probably will. But still, I won't pick you the rest of the season. Fingers crossed. All right, but we're going to move forward here. Let's look at my Lions playing the Seahawks. Now, we just talked about 2 teams reeling. Let's talk about 2 teams that are getting their act together. Seahawks won 2 of their last 3, had a really tight one with the Rams. The Lions have rallied back to 500, competing in a North that looks like it's going to be a tight race. Who gets the chance to kind of jump back in fully to competition with their division?
Shocker, everybody. The Lions won a game they should have won last week.
Yeah, it is a little bit shocking.
And I think they win another one here.
Yeah?
I think this is going to be a very 50-50 type matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Lions are proving that they can win games that they're 50-50 in.
Yeah.
Instead of, not winning against the Packers earlier, they actually won the game thanks to Mason Crosby.
Thank you, Mason.
But they actually won a game that, was a toss-up pretty much the whole entire game. And I think they will be able to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to stick behind the Lions. We found a running game. Yay. Carry on. You better keep running. And LeGarrette, you're doing good in spot work. All right. So the offensive formula is there. I know Stafford's not throwing for 300 yards, but you don't need to whenever the running backs are running for almost 250. On top of that, this is a big game for both teams. This is the upcoming schedule for both these clubs. Seattle, you got to go to play the Chargers, the Rams, Green Bay, and Carolina in your next 4. Lions faithful, time to get ready for divisional play. We have Chicago, Minnesota, Carolina, and then another date with Chicago. This is a must-win essentially for both teams. 4-3 going into those stretches is going to be crucial. Mm-hmm. And I think my Lions do it. And I think they do it on the back of that running game. And on the back of the defense, which has played stellar for 2 weeks in a row, despite giving up some points.
Carry on my wayward
Oh my God, don't start singing.
Johnson.
Yeah, I know. You're obsessed with that name.
Carry on.
Yeah. Let's carry on to the Broncos Chiefs. All right, so we got a matchup here that most years is a dogfight. This is a big divisional matchup. Coming in this, Chiefs are hotter than hell, even with that loss to the Patriots. Broncos have fought hard in each game, but outside that big blowout of Arizona, not much going for them. Do you even give the Broncos a chance in this one?
More of a chance than what people are going to give them, but I still think the Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah.
I think their offense is just ridiculous, and it looks like they're just having fun doing it.
Yeah.
They have such a young offense there with Patrick Mahomes. He looks like he's just having fun.
Yeah.
Just out there tossing the ball with some friends.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too far off either. It's Chiefs, and you mentioned, Mahomes are on the hill, Watkins, we've seen it all year. Let's add in Kareem Hunt once again, proving that the running game ain't dead in KC. They're going to overcome anything. They're probably going to crush this Broncos team, but the Broncos might hang around, just not win it.
And this Mahomes has been playing probably the best first-year starter I've ever seen.
Pretty close.
In my lifetime, at least. Yeah. I feel like
he's been pretty good.
Even over Big Ben's 15-1 rookie year.
Oh, my God. Stop tuning your Steelers.
But I'm just saying, Mahomes he's killing it.
We ain't there yet. Calm down. We ain't to your Steelers yet. Let's go visit the Redskins and Giants first. All right, we have a dumpster fire here. Not Washington, you're good. You're good, okay? New York's a dumpster fire. We talked about this all year. Brant, you picking dumpster fire or you picking Redskins?
The Deadskins.
Deadskins. Okay, not shocking.
But why? 4-2, and they're looking to kind of put a stamp on their division here. Going to 5-2 in that NFC East, I think it's going to speak volumes, and they'll probably end up pulling it out.
Yeah, you know what? I'm rejuvenated. I know.
Again?
Yes, again. I'm taking dumpster fire. All right, we saw it last night. They finally found some offensive movement. It was late. They got close. Shermer rallied the team. He took a 2-point conversion that he missed. But, hey, he rallied. The team actually approved of this move. They're behind him again. Eli scored a touchdown late. He even tried to run it in a couple times, came up short. But hey, you know what? Giants, you got to win again at some point. Why not against the Redskins, who are known to lose games that they shouldn't? So that's all I got to say. I'm just picking Giants.
You keep picking them, they keep losing.
Yeah, speaking of teams that I keep picking and they keep losing, let's talk about the Browns versus Steelers. And for this week, we got some pretty little mascots up there for you, including some facts about Steely McBeam. Please take time to check those out now. And your time is up. All right, Brant, let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Who are you picking here then?
I'm more interested to see what you got to pick first.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's been a long, tough decision. But after your bye week, I'm going with the Browns. The Browns, they ain't the clowns. They're the Browns.
They're kind of clowns.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. That defense is vicious. It gets turnovers. It scraps. It fights. It claws. And they should have won last week. But, hey, overtime sucks. But it's okay because this is a new week. They're going to avenge that tie. And they're going to finally get the win number 3. And you and the Steelers faithful are going to be wondering where your season's headed next.
And you notice that I'm not wearing my jersey again this week, so I already feel like I'm going to buy again. I'm just kidding. I have my Steelers, though. Mm-hmm. Steelers are 22-6 under Mike Tomlin since 2014 after the bye week.
Okay.
And I think with the last 2 weeks that we've been completely clicking on offense, I feel like we can keep that rolling a little bit here against the Browns and then binge our tie in week 1.
Yeah. You don't like a tie. Wait till you taste the loss.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that's it for part 1, guys.
Yep, that wraps us up for part 1. Tune in to part 2 where we'll conclude the 1 o'clock matchups. And we'll look at those 4 o'clock games and the prime times.
Let's see if there's any more dumpster fires.
Maybe. All right, tune in to the next part, guys.
See you later, guys.